last night, right before midnight, Bella started barking, and she kept barking. She's so good. I know somebody's out there messing around, prowl or whatever, and so I turned my TV on to look at the security cameras, and what was going on is somebody, looks like they were stopped or parked on the other side of that house, which is 3804 Fair Circle. It's where Tulane lives, Tulane Gwen, and that's my best guess, because I mean that explains why she's barking. And then I see this truck come down the alley. Like I said, it's almost midnight. Here, I'm gonna put it in motion. Okay, what you're gonna see here? See the lights? Do you see the lights over here? Okay, and so that's where the dumpster is down there. That's where Whittle Way runs into the wall behind Home Depot. Okay, and so here it is, almost midnight. Okay, I'm gonna try to pause that, and then we'll step it through here so we can get the best picture we can of this vehicle here. And you can kind of see it there, what it looks like. It's a truck. It looks like maybe even a flatbed on the back. It's got a rack on the back. You see that, lights on top. And so, and once again, like I said, that's almost midnight there, okay? And so I'm gonna pause this, and I'm gonna show you where it looked like they circled the cul-de-sac out front. Okay, this is the front camera, and this is actually, I think, a minute before they went down the alley. So what we're going to see is the front camera. I'm going to put it in motion to the right top of your screen. Right up there, you can see the headlights of a car. It'll become clear. It's a truck, actually. It's the white truck I was showing you a minute ago. There it is with the lights on the top. And I'll step it through so we can kind of get a good idea what it looks like. It might even be a company truck. And circle the cul-de-sac. And, you know, I mean, that being that I survived a murder attempt at this house and 10,000 burglaries, break-in, burglar alarms going off, last homeowner's dead, you know, I'm always real, try to be aware of what's going on here. Okay, so let's back this up. Okay. And there we go. Okay, there's a picture of what it looks like at that time at 11:42, and then they went down the alley. Okay, and so after this happened, I created a Facebook post called "Looky Loose," and I showed the things that you can see. Come around here. I'll show you that. Okay, and then I posted this right after I seen this truck out there behind my house, in front of my house at almost midnight last night, which I consider suspicious. Maybe case in the house. Maybe they're connected, or maybe they're just looky-loos. And so that's why I created this Facebook post. And I said, I just saw this truck drive down my alley and then circle the cul-de-sac in front of my home. So it's obvious they were checking out the place, but I don't know if it was nefarious or just somebody wanting to see the property because of the unique crimes here. Okay. And posted is some of the things that you can see just by driving by. And so what I did is went and got some pictures and going, hey, if y'all want to drive by here, you know, then here's some things you can see that's kind of interesting. This supports everything I've been saying about underground access, murder attempt, and all the other crimes. Okay. And I say there's a leftover piece of man-sized tunnel pipe in the front yard on the west. Okay, that's where that 3804 Fair Circle is. From the alley, you can see where a row of bricks is missing from the bottom of the wall. Obvious construction has been done since it's built. This is area of suspected tunnel location. You can see where the telephone pole looks like it got hit with a backhoe while they were digging. You can see the mystery coax cable coming down the other telephone pole on the east side. It goes into the ground, but nobody knows where it goes. I got a video on that. On the other side of the wall, you can see where the live tree was taken out in the 2014-2015 time period. This is around the same time that Sheriff Deputy Mike Naylor and Midland K-9 Police Officer Chad Simpson died, who are both suspected secret police. Next to the now missing live tree is two side-by-side manholes. I had wondered if some of that tunnel pipe had been ran from one of these manholes to under my home for a human trafficking tunnel, but that was then covered up when the tree was taken out. And that's what was reported to the DEA right before in January 2012, and the El Paso and Midland DEA from my company phone number. They didn't look, and 2 weeks later my phone lines are cut and I'm shot from somebody under my home. That's part of this story. You can also see what looks like the large ditches were cut coming out of the Home Depot directly toward my home. And so what I did was went and got some of them pictures. This is a Google map picture, okay? And what you're going to see is here my home where it's shot. and there's the Home Depot. Here's a huge parking lot. If a lot of people were here, that would be a place a lot of people could park. That makes sense. Over here, right down the alley, I'm going to back that out a little bit. Right down the alley is that church we recently talked about, Fairmont Park Church of Christ. This is Target over here. Okay, here's a little cul-de-sac, a little private dead-end cul-de-sac. And where that truck come in last night was come in dead-end, hit that wall, and come down this alley. Of course, first they circled my cul-de-sac right there. Leftover man-sized tunnel pipe sitting in the neighbor's yard. That's just a short piece that's left over from an unknown project. I suspect maybe it was put in under here, and that provided access from my home underground and over there behind that trucking lane. And then the open manhole that was open for a couple years. There's two side-by-side manholes I'm going to show you in a minute. And one of them was open for a couple years, and it was right where they took that tree out. Okay. Here is the telephone pole behind my home where the coax comes down. It's Suddenlink coax, goes into the ground. There's a movie on that, a video on that. Nobody knows where it goes to this day. And it's still there. And then this day was when Suddenlink got a disconnect notice. So if you're a legitimate law enforcement officer, you can go to that date and go, Suddenlink, who called that in and where does that go? And does it go to an underground facility that's been used for murder, etc. Okay. And or attempted murders and murders. Okay, these are dated Google Map pictures. Okay. Just show you the above ground view, the bird's eye view. And so here's my house. I'm shot on this side of the house. It shows you right here. Okay. And what I'm showing here, one thing, there was something covering the ground in this backyard for about 6 or 7 years. And then it was taken out. You can see it over here. And these are dated pictures. Okay. See the date on the bottom there? That one's dated 4/28/16. And this one's dated October 2nd, 2014. But the main thing I'm showing here is the tree. See the tree lines? Okay, the trees are taken out. See that tree's taken out right next to where that 18-wheeler is parked. And that's where them two side-by-side manholes are. Okay? And remember I said one of them was open for 2 or 3 years. And my guess is it connected to my house and maybe even with tunnel pipe. And people in the attic would go down the tunnel, come over here, do their business as in sex trafficking like a lot lizard, like a truck stop. And then they come back up and they stand in the attic and they're still heating and cooling, and all that. And they're running a 24/7 sex trafficking business. And, and then I seen a little girl over here, had 2 people at the store tell me prostitution was going on at that store. But it looks like all that got covered up in this time period from October 2nd, 2014 to April 28th, 16, the tree was taken out. So I think that's probably when there was a cover-up going on. And it is all the same time, too, the suspected secret police died. This is the wall. You can tell right here on the wall, it looks like it was dug out and then concrete was poured. There's a row of bricks missing here. You can drive down my alley, look down at that wall, and you see one thing you would never if this was stepping, some people say, oh, that's stepping. No, it's not. It's in the middle of a support column. There was a row of bricks missing, okay? And the neighbors in 3804, there's a pile of red bricks in that backyard. I asked her, I said, where'd they come from? You see all that fence? And I wonder if it ain't this row that's missing. So it looks like they dug under. That's right behind my house. That's the same 3804 man-sized tunnel pipe I'm pointing out. You can drive by, you can see that today. Okay, this is the other side of the wall. You can drive by there. I mean, it's open, right now, and you go, wow, there's a tree missing here, and that was a live green tree taken out. And at the same time, I'm posting all these pictures of these truckers back there and talking about a tunnel and all that, right? And then 2 side-by-side manholes. Why do you need to go in the ground here? And 6 foot over, you need to go to ground here. And I wondered, I think the west one's the one that was open with the lid off for 2 or 3 years. I took a picture of. And I actually sent that picture email to Chief of Police Bryce Robinson in 2012. So if you do a Freedom of Information Act or just ask him, say, did you get a picture of that open manhole? Did that manhole go over to Buddy's house before they took the tree out? Do you know about that tree being taken out or whatever? Anyway, here's the telephone pole that the coax goes into the ground for the cable, internet, etc., and was disconnected. Remember the disconnect notice, and we don't know where it goes either. So that's all. And then the telephone pole looks like it got hit with a backhoe when they were digging that out and digging in a tunnel. I mean, that's kind of a guess right there, but that's what it looks like. And you can see that, right? And also interesting. Here's my home, and here's where I'm shot. That's where they tried to murder me inside my home. Okay, this is the home at 3804. And what I was noticing from the satellite pictures, it looks like a ditch was cut right here, okay? And then when I project that ditch out, it goes directly at my home, okay? And so I even wondered, was the lot of people I was told was here on the night I shot, were they coming in Home Depot, going underground, and that's where the underground is, right there is where, because it looks like that was cut right there. It also looks like it's cut over here, you know? And so I don't know that. I'm just throwing some clues out there. What we do know is a group of secret police were caught on camera covering up a murder attempt. That much, we know that for a fact. We don't know who they are. And then lastly, after I posted this, which I think is kind of interesting, then this guy right here, Robert Gutierrez, posts this rainbow picture or whatever, and it's like, you know, what, you didn't know that there's secret police? Were you the guy in the truck? You know, I mean, that's kind of weird. So I deleted his stuff, and I'm looking here, possibly here, let's look at this. Cassie Ann Bond, could it be that you're paranoid? So I get shot in my home. I can prove I wasn't shot with my own gun. I got pictures of a gang of secret police, okay, caught on camera, and this person right here is calling me paranoid? Are you kidding me? What is wrong with you? Name the secret police, collect your $2,000. Cassie Ann Bond, do you know something about a capital attempted murder and you're not talking about it? It's Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.